Valentine's Day, a day of love, chocolates, and roses. But what if I told you its origins are drenched in blood, betrayal, and mystery? This seemingly romantic holiday has a dark past filled with pagan rituals, brutal executions, and even a gangster massacre. So, before you buy that bouquet of roses, let's uncover the dark truth of Valentine's Day, a truth they don't want you to know. Long before Valentine's Day became a celebration of love, there was Lupercalia, a disturbing Roman festival held from February 13th to 15th. Forget chocolates and candlelit dinners. This was time of sacrifices, blood rituals, and bizarre fertility ceremonies. It began with priests sacrificing goats and dogs, smearing their blood on young women, and whipping them with animal hides to increase fertility. Women actually lined up to be beaten, believing it would make them more likely to conceive. But the madness didn't stop there. In a twisted love lottery, men would pull women's name from a jar and be randomly paired for the festival, sometimes for a night, sometimes for life. Doesn't sound so romantic now, does it? Fast forward to the year 269 AD, a man named Valentine would forever be linked to this day, but not for romance, for defying the Roman Empire and paying with his life. According to legend, Emperor Claudius II believed that single men made better soldiers, so he banned marriages. But one brave priest, Valentine, secretly performed weddings defying the emperor's orders. When he was caught, he was tortured, beaten, and sentenced to death. While imprisoned, he is said to have fallen in love with the jailer's daughter and wrote her a farewell letter signing it from your Valentine. On February 14, 269 AD, he was beheaded, and just like that, Valentine's Day was forever linked to love and tragedy. But Valentine's Day wasn't done with bloodshed. In 1929, it became the scene of one of the most infamous murders in American history, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. It was height of prohibition, and Chicago was ruled by gangsters and bootleggers. On February 14th, Al Capone's men, dressed as police officers, lined up 7 rival gang members in a warehouse and gunned them down execution style. The brutal attack shocked the nation and forever linked Valentine's Day with violence. To this day, no one was officially convicted for the massacre. Even today, Valentine's Day has a darker side that most people ignore. Studies show that the holiday sees a spike in domestic violence, breakups, and even higher suicide rates due to loneliness and heartbreak. And let's not forget the corporate deception. What once began as a pagan ritual and later a tragic execution has now become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Big companies push expensive gifts, overpriced flowers, and social pressure to spend money in the name of love. Are we celebrating love, or are we just falling into this corporate trap? And if you thought mean text messages were bad, wait until you hear about the vinegar Valentines. In the 1800s, people would send insulting, mean-spirited Valentine's cards to reject admirers or mock suitors. These cards were cruel, sarcastic, and sometimes downright threatening. And then there's the belief that if you send a love letter on Valentine's Day and don't get one back, you will suffer bad luck in love for years. The truth about Valentine's Day is much darker than we have been told. So the next time you see a Valentine's card, just remember the blood that was spilled to create this so-called day of love. Happy Valentine's Day if you still want to celebrate it.